Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the inaugural UNF 11 weigh-in show. How we doing? I'm the Schmo. I'm joined by our play-by-play man, Todd Kennelly, and I'm joined by realized, recognized, Dustin Gutkowski. Gentlemen, thanks for joining us today.
Hey, I'm a special guest. I wasn't pictured in that threesome. I am not AJ McKee, nor am I Kevin Holland, your normal partner, but we are on the cusp, guys, of UNF 11. We're just down the street here at the Over Under Public House. What better place to talk about some fights than a good old-fashioned pub?
That's right. There's tight quarters here. Maybe we can get a brawl.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
A little behind-the-scenes action.
That's
This
right.
place is
Maybe.
incredible.
Yeah, maybe the Schmo's going to have to do that to AJ McKee. He's going to be, 30 minutes late?
Yeah.
I mean, just because you were once pound-for-pound number one in Bellator and the former featherweight champion doesn't mean you can always arrive late.
Yeah, can't be late. Not with the Schmo. The Schmo doesn't play that.
Yes, but speaking of not late, we got a loaded fight card. I mean, top to bottom, we got some guys that always make appearances here, show up, they're professional, they're weighing right here. We're going to talk to them. We've got a fun show for everybody in store.
And you know what I'm excited about, guys, is UNF always brings the fireworks. We're waning time of summer, but this promotion's still sizzling, and we're going to still make some history. There's going to be 3 title fights in all, 2 in the professional ranks, 1 in the Rising Stars. But what you're going to be heading over to soon, Schmo, is you're going to be the man on the scene for these weigh-ins, is we're going to have our first ever women's division fight. It's a long time coming. These two were set to match up before. Fight fell off. I'm glad that they're bringing it back together again.
And they both made weight, and they're ready to go. They were here first, and they're ready for the first fight. First ever women out on the card.
It's exciting times. Brittany Victoria, the bombshell, Autumn Norton, the natural. Bad blood. We're going to see it spill out into the cage.
This one's exciting, man. I'm excited for this one.
Just in pre-fight interviews, talking to both. I mean, they're chomping at the bit. They're both excited about making history and being in the first UNF women's fight, but they're really excited about mixing it up. I mean, these two love to stand and bang. They're both strikers as their primary style. And Autumn Norton, guys, was a former corrections officer.
Oh, yeah.
So she's used to locking people in the cage.
Yeah. Once she gets locked into that's her world. Since we're at the over-under, what do you guys think of what's the fight going to go, over a round and a half or under a round and a half? You got to call it.
There's going to be some nerves to feel out. The Schmo's just going to go in and say it's going to be over a round and a half. Putting us on the spot right off the bat.
Right off the bat. You got to get to it. This is an exciting fight. You have to go. I'm going to go with the correction officer, and I'm going to go under. I think she's going to come out and lay it down and go under a round and a half.
Well, the Schmo still has to sit there and interview them after they weigh in and do a face-to-face, so can't wait to see what the look's going to be inside those eyeballs.
Yeah.
Tell you what, guys, I don't know if that one's going to last long. It might not, but it's going to be exciting. There's no doubt about it. And Brittany Victoria, the bombshell, has fought here in the Southern California area for a long time. In fact, dating all the way back to the CXF days, where a lot of the matchmakers and a lot of the people involved in UNF were involved then too. But how about that main event coming up, Schmo?
Oh, my gosh. Every time the Schmo gets to watch Curtis Millender, he might not be here for a long time, but he's here for a good time. He's already announced that 2023, his Jordan Victory Lap, his retirement year, but he's making it count. He just came off a professional boxing match over in Canada, getting the job done, defending his title here in the middleweight division. He's a company guy.
He looked great, too. He went into somebody else's world, went into the boxing world, and won the fight. It looked phenomenal doing so. So I'm excited for this fight as well. This one's going to be great. He's coming, 4-fight win streak right now?
He is, yeah. He's been on fire. I mean, talk about a retirement tour.
Yeah.
He's going out in style. And in fact, the champion, Curtis, don't let that smile fool you. But what he said is, as we've talked about, Schmo, he's talking about wrapping it up. He wants to switch gears to family, to business. But what he wants is people to beg him not to go. And he's well on his ways, collecting titles, collecting wins. Seems to be at the top of his game, but puts the middleweight title on the line against Sadaya Parker, somebody who's crossing state lines to get here, coming here out of Utah. This guy is rough, he's rugged, and he's got a record. Maybe not as many big, high-level fights, but his record matches that of the champ.
Was going to say, you look at the record, 28 overall, and Curtis is 20-9. Both these guys officially weighed in, 183.4 for Sadaya, Rolling Thunder Parker, 184.6 for Curtis. I mean, these guys are right here, and it's going to be an exciting matchup.
And I got to ask you, so we talk about Curtis, right? He's a guy that's fought in the UFC. He's fought in Bellator. He's fought in LFA. Now, you're a normal partner that was scheduled to be here, but, of course, this event got shifted from August to September.
Yeah.
Kevin's getting ready for a big fight of his own.
He's getting ready for a big fight, and, dealing with Kevin every day, man, he's focused and he's ready. I've never seen a Kevin Holland like this. I've never seen him more ready to go. He holds the record for most fights in a 12-month period, and he's going again. He just fought, right? He just fought, it seems like yesterday, and he's going at it again. Look, he's coming off a guy that, I think struggled in his last fight. But JDM is no slouch, man, and they have a big fight coming up. They're the co-main event for UFC September 16th, and it's going to be, I think, a banger. I know I'm a homer. I'm a Kevin Holland guy, but I think he's going to take him in the first round again, man. He looks focused. He looks dialed in, and he's ready. He wanted to be here, but, of course, he's got such a quick turnaround. And a typical Kevin Holland style, right? Typical coming off, no announcement. On next thing you know, get a text, hey, I'm fighting September 16th.
Did he get his taco truck? It's UFC Noche.
He got his taco truck, and he's ready to go. We're looking at doing some events out there during the week in the taco truck, so it's going to be fun. I told him, I was like, we might have to do it after the weigh-ins because you're going to see all those tacos. I don't know if you're going to be able to enjoy them if you're before the weigh-ins, but yeah, man, it's going to be exciting. I can't wait for that one.
So we got to get a plug in for Realize, Recognize, because if not, I don't want to face Kevin when he gets back into town.
So check it out. We got the Realize, Recognize podcast, myself and Kevin. And here's a fun fact. So last episode, we just added Terrence McKinney. So Terrence McKinney coming off a great victory. Terrence McKinney is a great guy. He's incredible to work with. So we just added him. So now it'll be myself, Terrence McKinney, and Kevin Holland all on the podcast. And hopefully we can get Terrence a fight coming up as well.
Hey, fun fact about Terrence McKinney. He used to train with Michael Chiesa, former opponent now of Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland got that submission victory over Michael Chiesa. I don't know how Terrence plays both sides. He's a great guy. Still friendship with Michael Chiesa and now with Kevin Holland.
So Michael Chiesa, I believe, was his wrestling coach.
That's right.
When he was training with him, and then they had that fight, and now he trains with Kevin every day. And, man, hey, those guys are getting it. They're in there every day. Kevin's got his little private spot he's training at now. And they're getting in there, mixing it up every single day. Immediately after the fight, they're back in there, and so it's going to be fun, man. It's exciting to see. I think they're really going to put Dallas on the map. Dallas has a lot of great fighters coming out of there. We're from the DFW area, and so Kevin's got his little private gym. He's bringing guys in and bringing guys up. And what I love to see, man, is you see Kevin out there fighting, and he fights feels like every week. But he's trying to bring other guys up, man. You love that, to see build these fighters up and give them a place to come in and train, be serious, and bring that next level of fighters in. It's incredible to watch him, and I actually think he'll be a phenomenal coach one day. Just watching him teach when he's interacting with these up-and-coming guys and people he's bringing to the table, it's amazing to watch. But I'll tell you, man, he's focused for this fight coming up. I think JDM's going to have his work cut out for him, and he brings it, right? He brings it, but I think it's going to be a barn burner. That's going to be fireworks. And look, check it out, Realize, Recognize podcast. We still got it launching up into the fight. I think we're actually doing an episode while we're there, so we're going to be doing it in Vegas, live on scene.
Staying busy, and and we've got another professional title fight, and it's going to be for the flyweight title as Gianni Vasquez takes on the Armenian warrior Narek Avagian. So there's a lot of jewelry on the line in this event, Schmo.
There certainly is, and let's get to a video right now of the middleweight champion Curtis Millender.
Hey guys, Curtis Millender, UNF middleweight champion.
Curtis Millender, this guy is dynamite in a bottle. He's got a great jab, amazing fighter, well-rounded mixed martial artist.
When people see me, I want them to go, yeah, man, that's Curtis Millender, that's a bad dude.
His charisma, his fighting style, his skill.
There's nothing that he cannot do.
I want him to know when he's in trouble. I want him to realize that it doesn't matter just because he's in trouble. Like, there's no way out. Once you're fucked, you're fucked.
He's been around the scene for years. He's fought at the highest level, UFC, Bellator.
I think Curtis could be our champion as long as he wants to because he's just that good of a fighter.
He's a beast, he's all around, and he's a world-class talent. We're very happy to have him in the UNF cage and him to represent us as our champion.
I'm Curtis Millender, and I'm still up next.
All right, well, now we've been joined here with Chad George, who's got a arm bar on this headset. I don't envy the headset. Chad George, of course, of CMMA, a long-time, high-level competitive fighter in your own right, and CMMA fighters have been all over the cards here in UNF since its dawning. just your thoughts on this promotion. I know you've got your hands in the promotion itself. Your thoughts on UNF and the role, the big role that CMMA fighters have played and stepped up to the task.
Yeah, well, I'm really happy to be here. As always, all of our shows are always amazing. And the thing about UNF is
this is the camera.
This allows the athletes to have the platform on the building stages to really be able to really be able to build what it means to be a professional athlete, right? So we're taking athletes from the beginning stages, whether it's a Rising Stars platform where the fighters are just starting out, and then we have a stage to be able to bring them to the lower level of the pros to show what this is really about. And then we start building up in the championship fights that we want to show them, okay, not only look what we're doing right now with all the media, with all the weigh-in shows, with all the things that we're doing, what it means to be a professional athlete. And I think that's what makes Up Next so special and why I love being a part of it. Now, going into the second part of what you said, with the athletes coming from CMMA, I mean, when I stopped fighting, my goal was very simple. I still want to build athletes and be competing on the highest level possible. And that's what we're doing. We're not a hobbyist gym. We have martial arts classes. We have everybody that comes in, but at the end of the day, I am still a competitor. Now I'm taking that through my athletes on every stage. We've got guys that are, state champions. We have guys in the UFC. We have guys in Bellator. We have guys that are champions at Up Next. And we are building, in my opinion, the next generation of fighter, not just to be on the regional level, but we want to show what the sport can truly be, and we're building that at my academy.
I love it, awesome. And CMMA has been so impressive, but I'm told that the Schmo is standing by. The weigh-ins are about to kick off.
All right, guys, ladies and gentlemen, we are here for the inaugural UNF female fight in the bantamweight division. Up first out of the blue corner with a record of 3-1, we have the bombshell Brittany Victoria. Let's go. 134.8. And her opponent in the red corner with the record of 2-2, the natural Autumn Norton. 135.8. This is your inaugural UNF female fight. Let's get these ladies facing off. Face the camera. Face forward.
Yeah.
History about to be made, guys. The first.
Yeah.
I love it.
Let's go.
It's going to be worth the wait, I think, Chad.
Let's get a word in with let's get a word in with Brittany. I know you want to hydrate real quick.
Yes.
But Brittany, how does it feel to be kicking things off for the females here in Up Next fighting, making history?
It feels good. It feels great. It's super exciting to be, to be able to be part of a duo, to be the first women's fight on, Up Next. Should be for a title, but whatever, it's fine.
So you just stared into the natural's eyes, your opponent. What'd you sense from her in this face-off?
Nothing important,
So what's the final message you want to leave for all your fans out there worldwide before you make your walk inside the cage tomorrow?
I just want to say thank you guys for coming. I'm super excited for this fight and hope we put on a good show for you guys.
We can't wait to see it. We appreciate your time. Best of luck tomorrow. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. We got the interview. And now, are we going to get a word from Autumn, her opponent, out of the red corner? The natural Autumn. You're part of history. How does it feel?
Feels good. I'm happy to be the first women's fight for UNF. They made everything so smooth for the fighters, and that's all we asked for. So
you just took the face-off right here. What'd you sense from your opponent when you looked at her eyes?
I know Brittany's a dog. I know we're going to put a good fight on. I'm excited for this one, and we're going to put on a fucking show. So
there it is. And can we get a final message for all your fans out there worldwide before you step inside that cage tomorrow evening?
Thanks for all the support. My sponsors, shout out to you guys. Thank you guys for everything. Can't wait to make y'all proud. Let's go.
Best of luck to you tomorrow evening.
Thank you.
All right, there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, we got the weigh-in for the first females. Let's bring it back to the guys on set.
All right, thanks, Schmo. TK Todd Kennelly here along with Dustin and Chad, and we're not going to have to wait much longer. We are on the cusp of history here in UNF. Guys, I got to ask you, Dustin, we'll go to you first. Your thoughts on history being made the first UNF women's fight, and what a fight it looks to be.
Yeah, that looked intense. I'm excited for that. It looked like they're going to get after it, and just it's good to see a fan of the sport, right? I'm a huge fan of the sport, to watch it grow, right? And just listening to you, Chad, talk about coaching athletes and building athletes. To me, that's what it's about. I want to see the growth, right? I want to see people get opportunities, and you're seeing the first fight. That's awesome, man. That's history in the making, and then you're a part of it, and you could feel the energy. We're over here, and you could feel the energy and the intense from the stare down of it.
I love it. Chad, you've been part of Up Next since the beginning. You wear so many hats, and I know that this one is special to you and to everybody here at Up Next.
Yeah, we've been trying to build great fights since we started this thing, and the matchmaking that they're doing in this fight, you can just see from that stare down that this is going to be intense and exactly what we want to launch the women's division for Up Next. Yeah. And that's going to set the tone. So after these girls set the stage, all the other girls out there, they're going to want to fight on this stage, are going to go, wow, that's what I need to live up to, and I think we're going to be in some fireworks.
Yeah, I think these two aren't just going to crack the door open. I think they're going to kick the door wide open here at Up Next, and for more great female athletes to make their way here. And I think what a fight to start in the women's division. You heard Brittany say, hey, it should be for a title, but perhaps get the win here. She might find her way into title competition. But these are not two fighters that are going to, I think, feel each other out. You talked about the intensity. These are two fighters that are strikers as their primary style. They love to stand and bang. Neither have a submission victory. It's they've either gone the distance in a war or they've finished their opponent. And I think it's going to be exciting.
Yeah, I think that one's. I don't think that one's going to get out of the first round, like I said. And I want to ask you, Chad. You have 5 people on this card, right? Is there anyone particular? I know you got a rising star. It's fighting for a bantamweight title. What can we expect from that? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so it's definitely going to be a long night for us, right? It's going to be a long night because 5 fights to coach in the corner. But I get excited when we have nights like this because this is the chance to show not only my athletes what they're doing, but our teammates that are there that night. Be like, hey, we are following the path, the guy in front of you. We are here together as a collective, as a team. And Desmond,
speaking of which, not to cut you off, but you have one of your CMMA athletes waiting to weigh in right now, so we don't want to keep your athlete waiting.
Let's get it.
We're to the Schmo.
The Schmo is standing
by. All right, ladies and gentlemen, in the flyweight division, out of the blue corner, we got David Cicadia.
Thank you.
124.6. Appreciate that. And in the red corner, in the flyweight division, we have Arthur Artunian. 126. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. We got a fight. Let's get the face-off right in front. Oof. Awesome. David, let's get a word out of you. Appreciate you.
Here we go.
Let's get David first. All right, my man. Here we are, kicking things off. How does everything feel right now? We are 24 hours out before the fight.
Right now, I feel great. I was able to get some food in, so I'm excited about it.
What can we expect out of you tomorrow evening?
Expect a war. My opponent is a very good, well-rounded fighter, so I do expect a war.
How do you predict a finish?
You know what? I don't like to predict the future. It's a spectator sport. I just hope we put on a great show.
And can we get a final message for all your fans out there worldwide?
Appreciate everybody. I appreciate all your support.
All right, best of luck to you tomorrow evening. Yes. All right, my man, you just heard from your opponent. How do you predict getting the victory tomorrow evening?
You know what they say, the cage will show everything. We'll find out who the best man is tomorrow.
And can we get a final message for all your fans out there worldwide?
Tune in, it's going to be a great fight. 2 good fighters. Just enjoy the show.
Best of luck to you tomorrow evening. Guys at the stage, back to you.
All right, thanks, Schmo. And look who we have here, the reigning, and believe it or not, he's back to defend the UNF middleweight champion, Curtis Millender. Welcome back, champ, on the eve of your first UNF title defense. Watch out at home because your screens might explode from the brightness of this smile of the courteous one. How are you feeling after your camp? Any kind of weight cut? How are you feeling before this title defense?
Man, I feel amazing. I work hard, train hard. Weight cut was easy. Fighting at 85. I used to do the 70, so going 85, it's a cakewalk.
I love it. So tell us about this quote-unquote retirement tour. You said that you're winding it down, that you want to focus maybe more on your family, on business, life after fighting. But I mean, talk about going out on style. You claim the middleweight title here, putting it on the line tomorrow, go up to Canada, compete in boxing. I mean, is there anything you can't do? Like, what's next in the game plan? Obviously, your title defense tomorrow. Let's hear about that. Your thoughts on Sadaya Parker, your challenger, and what's in store.
Great fighter. My job is to go out there, unfortunately, and make it look like he doesn't belong in there with me. And that's my goal for everybody. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're the best of the best or the lowest of the lower. Nobody is supposed to be in there with me in my eyes. As far as my training and how hard I work and my skill set, it's to prove that I'm the best, period.
What does it look like? I love it, man. Retirement tour, spend time with the family as a father. That's amazing. What does that look like, man? I know the fighting, hey, that's fun, right? We go in there, we handle business. But what is that after that retirement tour? What does that actually look like with the spending the family? What do you want to do in business? What do you want to do with the family?
I was blessed with 3 sons, man. That's the best part. Right now, they're hooping their asses off. They're playing basketball. Almost every week they're practicing, they're working hard, and just the one thing they're missing is me being like, okay, this is what I had to go through. This is what I'm doing, like training, and just there's more I can be doing as a father. It's I'm a full-time dad. I'm there every day. They see me every day, but I got to train. I got to work. So I'm still in order for me to provide for them, I still have to be selfish. So it's definitely time to put that into them.
More dad. No, man, love that. Respect.
Well, I think you got more work to do because you're only 2 sons away from a starting lineup if your kids are hooping. But we're going to take a closer look at your opponent for tomorrow night's middleweight title bout in Sadaya Parker.
Sadaya Parker, this guy's coming in from Utah.
To have somebody that comes out from a different state, to challenge, it's a great opportunity for him to come out here and show that what he's made out of.
He's a veteran of the sport. He has a lot of fights, and he's as tough as they come.
He's a well-rounded mixed martial artist, but he likes to bring the fight to the mat. He likes to control space and time. So we'll see if Parker can put it all together up against the champ, but it should be a hell of a fight.
Very tough, rugged, brawler, striker that always is in exciting fights. Gonna put the pedal to the metal and just go forward the whole time.
I'm really excited for him to make his next fighting debut against our champ. I know that fight's gonna be fireworks, and I cannot wait.
All right, and we're standing by with one half of that main event, the reigning defending middleweight champ. You got to look at your opponent there. Tough, rugged fighter out of Utah, doing some desert training. It's no nonsense guy, right? He's got rocking some good cauliflower ears. He's a worksman's type challenger here. Your thoughts on tomorrow's big main event?
Like I said, I know he's tough, but to me, being tough is the dumbest attribute to have. That just means you can take a longer ass whooping. And that's what I'm doing. I'm out here kicking ass. So if you want to show how tough you are, keep bringing them down the pipe. Keep throwing those pitches right down the pipe. I'm going to knock them out the park.
There you have it. Well, it was a second-round finish against Solomon Amadiyar when you won the title. Best of luck tomorrow, champ. Always a pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
What a testament to this promotion to have this man as a champion. Will he be champion after tomorrow night?
And still.
We will see. But more action coming your way. We're going to head back to Schmo for our next weigh-in.
All right, in our next bout for the weigh-ins out of the 155-pound weight class, we have Darian, the Thriller Chapman out of Kaiju MMA. 155. And his opponent out of the red corner, training out of CMMA, Devin Dangerous Brock. $158. Thank you. Now, gentlemen, let's have you face off right over here, right in the center. Face forward. All right, we got a scrap. All right, the Thriller. Let's get a word with you real quick. Come on in here, right here. A lot of people are dubbing this the fight of the night. Why is this going to be the fight of the night?
You got two really athletic men come up inside the cage, man. That's what's going on tonight. You got two guys that love to fight, two guys that love to bang. So that's what people want to see. They don't want to see nobody wrestling each other all day. They want to see two people fighting tonight.
That was quite an intense face-off right there. He didn't want to leave eyes with you, man.
That's a part of it. That don't mean shit. What really means shit is when we get in the cage.
How are you going to get your hand raised tomorrow evening?
You already know, man, with these, by using these.
Can we get a final message for all your fans out there?
Hey, guys, man, look out for the Thriller, man. I'll be out there tomorrow night, man. It's on and popping.
We appreciate your time. Hydrate. Best of luck to you tomorrow evening. All right, out of the red corner, we got Dangerous Devin Brock. Devin.
Yes,
hey, man, that was an intense face-off.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, we bring in the intensity.
Why is this going to be the toughest challenge for your opponent, and why are you going to be victorious tomorrow evening?
Because I'm dangerous, and I'm going to show them why.
How do you predict getting your hand raised?
A finish. I see a finish coming.
And how are you going to celebrate?
Man, just by getting ready for the next one, that's all.
And how will you be hydrating today?
Water, Pedialyte, you know, a little bit of something just to treat myself.
There it is. You're very calm right now, but you were intense during that face-off.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. Got to let them know it's coming.
Well, you're ready for business. Can we get a final message for all your fans tomorrow evening?
Oh, man, just be ready to tune in and see some dangerous shit, man.
Can't wait for this one. 155-pound weight division. Guys at the desk, back to you.
Thank you, Schmo. And we have been joined here by Chase Gibson. And Chase, you know, we just saw that weigh in there. There was some intensity between DC and Devin Brock. And that's a fight that a lot of people have circled as maybe fight of the night. And I know that you've got some unique perspective on one of the two fighters in this banger.
Yeah, man. Devin is my teammate, and I fought DC in the past. And it's going to be a good one for sure, man. I'm excited to watch it.
Can't wait for that. Now, of course, Chase, when you're announced in that cage, you're announced as Chase and Cooper Gibson. This has been a very emotional road for you in this sport. You know, with your brother. For our fans watching at home, could you elaborate on what that means to you, carrying that Cooper name into the cage?
Yeah. So my twin brother, he passed away in 2020, and you know, that's just the way that I am.
It means a lot. It means a lot, and I'll tell you, you carry that forward, and you do it with pride. Can you tell us? I know that there's obviously your fights inside the cage speak for themselves, but a lot of people have very difficult fights outside the cage, and you are instrumental in a nonprofit organization, A Fighting Chance, that helps people that are fighting those battles. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so we got a nonprofit. We got a gym in LA called Fighting Chance, and we're here to provide free training for people who are struggling, man. We work with foster youth. We work with people coming out of prison and people in recovery, and it's something that my brother, he was the example for me. So trying to do that.
It can save lives.
That's awesome, man. That's how you got into it with your brother. That's awesome work. I know you're coming off a big second-round KO with your last fight.
Yes, sir.
Can we expect the same? What are we going to expect from this fight coming up?
Just finish by any means.
Yeah.
and what's it mean to you? I got to ask you. You're one of the kind of handpicked fighters by this promotion that was signed to a multi-fight deal.
Yeah.
Just your thoughts on UNF as a whole and fighting here for Up Next.
I love UNF, man. I think, it's the best and the only show in my eyes for Southern California, and honestly, I wouldn't want to fight. I mean, listen, bro, if it's not the UFC, I don't want to fight nowhere else.
Yep.
Yeah, they treat us good. They put on shows. They get matchups, and they make it happen, and they take care of us.
Well, they treat the fighters right here, and it's certainly an honor to have you in the UNF cage. I'll tell you what, fans, this guy's got a win over notable UNF fighters, Javier Garcia, current champion, AJ Bryant.
Yep.
So the sky's the limit. We wish you the best of luck tomorrow. You feeling good for this one?
Yes, sir. Feeling great.
All right, everybody.
Good luck, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Chase Gibson, look for him tomorrow night in the Burbank Airport Marriott inside that cage. Good luck, sir, and thanks for joining us. Emotional stuff there, Dustin, and just his brother Cooper was such an instrumental part in his journey, and it's just, the twin brothers lost him, and every time he's announcing that cage, carries that name with him, Chase and Cooper Gibson, and you can just see the emotional welling up, but man, he brings it, he turns that switch when he's in the cage, and we're going to switch it back over to the Schmo, who's standing by.
All right, guys, next in the 170-pound weight division, out of the blue corner, out of Malibu, California, we got Axel Conrad.
What's up? Yeah. Okay.
165.8.
What's up, boss? How you doing?
What's up, man? Dustin. Dustin, nice to meet you.
Thank you very much, sir. Out of the red corner, fighting out of Glendale, California, we have Jonathan Windland. 171.
All right. Oh, this sounds dope. It sounds like a studio.
You can give us a couple lines, drop a couple for us?
We'll never know, man, what this DTR might do.
I got face-off right here. Let's lay out for that. And
Oh,
we'll
nice.
catch up.
Oh, that's what's up.
How'd that go? I heard you did the play-by-play commentary on the last show. How
Yeah,
was it?
I had a ball, man. Anything I do for Up Next fighting is an experience and fun. So, I had a ball. A lot of people said that they enjoyed the interview, and they got a lot of good feedback about that.
Nice.
So.
Well, speaking of interviews, the Schmo here, I think, is going to get a word with these two combatants, and then we'll have some time to hang out.
Let's do it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to try something a little bit different. We got Jonathan, we got Axel. We're going to have them together right here. We just faced off between the two. You said you're going to humble the man. How are you going to do that Saturday evening?
With the win. We're just going to finish him.
How do you predict the finish?
Knockout.
Knockout. He's predicting a knockout, Axel. Come on in here. Why are you going to prove this man wrong tomorrow evening?
What jiu-jitsu does this guy have, man? How is he going to knock me out? I know he has a big right hand. Everyone in this weight class has power. Everyone's been saying this shit. I'm just looking forward to fucking coming in here spoiling the parade, I think I'm going to finish this guy inside 2 rounds.
And can we get a final message for all your fans out there worldwide?
Watch me humble this man.
Ooh.
Final message, my man.
Dialed in and ready to kill. I've done everything that I can to win this fight. I know I walk with God. I have an amazing team behind me. He looks a little drained. I mean, man, I'm about to go into the war zone. This guy looks drained from the weight cut. I think that weight cut might be getting to him. We're going to see what happens tomorrow night.
Oh, shit.
Everything will be solved tomorrow evening inside the cage. You can cut the tension with a knife. Best of luck to you gentlemen tomorrow evening. Guys, back to you.
Here we go.
All right. Thank you, Schmo. Keep these two separated
we're still
because
going. Yeah.
Let's go. I like the intensity.
So a bit of a war of words before the war inside the cage. You got one man saying he's going to humble the other's dialed in, ready to kill.
Yeah.
I'll ask you, Dustin, what's your over-under round-wise for this one?
Yeah, since we're at the over-under public house, I think that one there, that looked like a little bit of hatred. It looks a little behind the scenes there. So I'm gonna go under a round and a half. I think that one's gonna get done late in round one.
I know, right?
Yeah. Well, we are joined here now at the broadcast position here with Dusty the rapper. So we got the Dusty and Dustin connection here.
Yes,
now
sir.
you're known for spitting bars, but those two were spitting some fire in the weigh-in. Your thoughts on what you just saw?
Man, well, I like the way they were professional about it. You know, some guys just get in there and be like, oh, I'm going to fuck you up, you know, and this and that and all that. But nah, man, they was humble about it. You know, he told dude nice in a calm way, I'm going to knock you out. And the other guy told him, hey, man, you don't know how to do jiu-jitsu. So, hey, man, we going to find out tomorrow. I mean, the whole world going to find out tomorrow. So make sure y'all tune in, man. Up next, make sure y'all catch these spectacular fights because – whatever they be saying before they get in the ring, they mean it.
I got to ask you, Dusty, what are your thoughts? You know, you've been around UNF now for a while. Your thoughts just on this promotion as a whole, and are there more tickets? That is a great question. I'm going to have to find the person to answer that.
Kind of late.
I know it's going to be down to the wire, and if they are, they're very limited. But maybe some general admission tickets remain, but we are going to wait to see that. But
you for sure got it on pay-per-view. You
pay-per-view,
can get on the pay-per-view
baby.
there if you want to get on the pay-per-view. There's a QR code on the screen. Go ahead and get it now. We can check on tickets for you. We'll get official word, but at least get it on the pay-per-view. QR code is on your screen.
Because if you can't be there live, then you can watch it live on pay-per-view, Starfund.stream, and that way they can hear Jonathan King and myself on commentary. So maybe that
and me,
maybe that's a blessing or a curse. But you know, you mentioned it that at least their trash talk was somewhat factually based, right? You talk about one talking about their striking, the other talking about jiu-jitsu, one talking about saying, hey, you look a little withdrawn and sucked up from the weight cut. So
and
very,
all that
very
matters.
factual base.
All that matters. I mean, some fighters, they know, I mean, off the get, you know, what they can, you know, work with depending on the other fighter's condition and, you know, so forth. So, yeah, man, that's part of the strategy. That's part of the game. It's to eye your opponent out, try to figure out what he's leaking in, and go at it, you know?
Yeah, and so we got tickets. There's tickets available, so you can get some. So whether it's on pay-per-view, whether it's tickets, you can join us either way. And now we're going to the Schmo for the weigh-in for this. Is this the main event?
Let's go.
I believe so. Let's take it to the Schmo. He's going to have the pros.
Let's go.
All right, we got foot traffic, but nonetheless, we have the middleweight title on the line. Weighing in first, out of the blue corner, out of Blanding, Utah, Rolling Thunder, Sadiah Parker. $183.4. Thank you, sir. And out of the red corner, out of the den, your reigning, defending, middleweight champion of the world, Curtis Millender. 184.6. Gentlemen, face forward.
Ooh.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Oh, here we go. Jake, welcome.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah, we got Jake with us. Welcome,
Jake,
man.
what's up, my brother?
Man, how we doing today, guys?
Good.
Another one of my favorite fighters, and up next, baby.
We got a good card coming up. Curtis is a killer, looking good.
Who do you got?
All
in
right,
this fight?
gentlemen, I'm joined by Sadiah and the champion, Curtis. Curtis, man, you got the belt. You're defending it. You just came off of Victory Professional Boxing, man. Now you're defending it. Why are we going to hear "and still" tomorrow evening?
Because I work hard, and there's nobody on this planet that belongs in the cage with me. Skill-wise, mentally, physically, I'm just superior.
Sadiah, you're sizing up the champ. You just faced off with him. Why are we going to hear "and new" tomorrow evening?
Knock him out, man. I'm here to fight. Let's do it.
Knock him out. That's your prediction.
Yep. People want to be tall. Fat people want to be skinny.
How do you predict being victorious tomorrow? What round? Do you have a final prediction?
Whenever he falls for one of my tricks, it's a wrap.
Curtis is ready.
Let's do it, man. Lock the cage. Let's go.
Final message for all your fans out there worldwide.
And still.
And still.
It's game time. Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Your middleweight championship on the line tomorrow evening. UNF 11. Guys, back to you.
Man, what do you? I gotta get your thoughts on this. What
Confidence, baby,
Ooh.
confidence. My guy Curtis is ready for war, man. He made it plain and simple. Nobody is ready for the cage for him.
What do you got? Drop some bars on us. Who do you got on this fight?
I'm rocking with my man Curtis, man. My boy Curtis showed me support, came to my party. My boy Jay came to my party, man. We was rocking out, man. We had a big, nice mansion party out in Hollywood Hills. You invited to the next one, man.
I appreciate that.
But
I was like, missing out.
ain't no fun if the homies can't have none, right? So, yeah, man. I mean, Curtis is ready, bro. That's my man. He's confident. I believe in him. He's ready. He's been working hard daily. You know, he's been in the gym, and that's what pay off, man. You work hard and pay hard.
Striking's on another level right now.
Striking's on another level, you know what I'm saying? What's your thoughts about him?
Man, I think he got it. I don't know if Parker looked focused or a little nervous, but looked
Yeah.
like there was a little jitters there. It looked like a little sway.
Right.
And Curtis just looked focused, looked dialed in. And most importantly, man, he looked like he was having fun, right?
Yeah.
You see somebody up there having fun. You see somebody talking about his family,
Yes.
talking about his kids. It just looked like he's focused in the right frame of mind, in the right place, right?
Man, all natural, baby.
Yeah, it looks good. I think he's going to get it done.
What
There's
about you,
levels to
Jake?
it. I'm thinking because of the height difference, Curtis is gonna have an easy time keeping him at range.
Right.
I don't think that Sidar. I don't believe that he's got the skills to close the range on Curtis and secure any sort of knockout, like he was saying.
Right.
But I do believe Curtis can put the fight where he wants it and control it. So
Since we are at the over-under, what are your thoughts? You think he goes over a round and a half or under?
I think it's gonna be one round.
One round?
Under, yeah.
What do you
One
got?
round. I say it might go over. Maybe they fill each other out the first round.
Yeah.
Then maybe the second round and, go for the kill.
It's going to be exciting.
I think it's gonna go
Curtis looks like he had a great weight cut, great shape. Looks very big to be competing against this gentleman. So,
Yeah,
nice
shouts
to-
out to Parker, man, for even having the guts to go against Curtis, man.
Going against the champ.
So, yeah, I mean, that we ain't counting none of you guys out. I mean, everybody got an equal shot here, but, got to
we're-
roll with my man Curtis on this one.
We got another fight coming up as well, too. What, Rising Star?
All
Let's
right,
go.
let's see.
Rising Star, the bantamweight. So, Jake,
Okay.
do you have another fight coming up yet?
So October 21st. I was gonna be on this card, but I put a little bit more time into recovery and just
Nice.
relax. Just once the ball started rolling, we've been on it since, and I just need a little time. to
Yeah, a
chill
little
out.
time just to get
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
Yeah, the last time I saw him, I think he puts a TKO out in 1 minute?
About a minute.
Yeah,
We
took your time.
Yeah, we try to make it quick. You know,
Yeah.
we got shit to do out
Yeah,
there, baby.
exactly. You got to relax. You got
Yeah, I
stuff to
fell
do.
in love after his first fight. I was like, oh, yeah, I like Jake.
Yeah.
It's good.
Okay,
It's good shit. We
we're
made
going to
that.
turn the show over to the Schmo. It's yours.
Oh, foot traffic. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the UNF Rising Stars Bantamweight title on the line. Introducing first, out of the blue corner, out of Adrenaline MMA, we have Michael Sladius.
Wow. Let's go.
This kid's been
133.4.
Nice. That's a
So
nice
this
little
kid's
way.
been on the scene for a
And
while.
his opponent, out of the red corner, fighting out of CMMA, Desmond Alvarado.
Hey.
There we go.
This is a good matchup right there.
Nice.
We got two really skilled guys.
134.6.
Wow.
For the Rising
Got a
Star
fight.
at 135. Let's see what.
It's going to be a good mix of all around. You're going to get to see a lot of striking and grappling in this. Both
Nice.
guys very, very
Skilled.
Yeah, this guy right there, I've been watching him for a long time.
How do you think this fight goes?
I think it's gonna go the distance.
Go the distance?
I do believe so. I'm rocking with my boy right there, though.
And they both look focused.
Thanks for taking the time. We have gold on the line. How does this feel for you, my man?
Feels great. I'm ready for it.
Desmond, how do you predict being victorious tomorrow evening?
We're just getting into a fight.
You can't keep your eyes off of him, man.
I like that.
What do you see?
I see somebody I got to fight tomorrow. It's as simple as that.
What do you see?
See somebody that we're about to throw down.
He knows.
He knows.
Yep.
Once those doors close, it's go time.
How do you envision having your hand raised tomorrow evening?
Wherever it happens, it happens. We're both killers. Depends where it goes, but it's time to finish.
Can we get a final message before you step inside that cage tomorrow evening to all your fans?
Of course. I love my team. I love my family. Everything I do is constantly for them.
I love my team. I love my family too. All glory to God. Love for my mom. I'm doing this for her. Rest her soul. Let's get it going.
Get hydrated. Best of luck to both of you tomorrow evening. UNF Gold on the line. Bantamweight division. Guys, back to you.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Hey, everybody.
That's what's up.
All right, we are joined. The man of the hour, the tower to power, too sweet to be sour. AJ McKee Jr., welcome. Mercenary.
Yes,
now,
sir.
obviously, 21. What a career it's been so far. But lately, I'm told, a little setback with a fight that had to drop off for medical reasons. Tell our fans about it.
Yeah, I caught a staph infection literally the week of the fight. Well, 2 weeks prior, and then the week of, I was on antibiotics. So, I wanted to go fight. We kept training up until the week of, and the week of, my pops was just like, dude, it's not smart. You got too much at stake. So, I had to withdraw from the fight, and they pulled me from the tournament, and that was about it. So, I'm on standby. Other than that, I'm just looking forward to what's next and just staying in the gym, staying trained up, and staying ready. Prayed up and ready.
Well, it's fitting because you're here at Up Next now, but feeling good. I'm sure probably a healthy amount of antibiotics to kick that thing out of the body.
Oh yeah, man. It's crazy because the antibiotics, they make you feel high, believe it or not. Colors were all bright and stuff. I was getting all loopy. I'm like, Dad, dude, colors just
Loopy is the word.
Yeah, we were in Nashville, so I was walking down the street. I was like, just drive by all the colorful lights. The lights look good. So,
well, had you chosen to fight, I mean, the post-fight interview at least would have been entertaining for sure if you were seeing all those colors.
Definitely, man. All the bright lights would have been nice. And just being in Japan, that's the pinnacle of mixed martial arts. I feel like. Since the beginning time, Pride Days and so forth. It's just amazing to be out there. They appreciate the art of mixed martial arts on a whole nother level. So hopefully you get back out there soon, and maybe I get back out there for another New Year's show or something.
I'm sure it's only a matter of time. Back to full strength, body feeling good, training full time.
Oh yeah, full time. I've been back in the gym. I took a week off and then was back in the gym full time. I'm actually improving my schedule now. I'm doing morning practices before our practice and just adding to the arsenal, trying to level up.
No doubt about it. Now, what are your thoughts just on what you've seen of Up Next fighting and some of the fighters that maybe you've been involved with that have come through the ranks here so far?
It's awesome, man. I feel like it's the new era of mixed martial arts, especially in SoCal. We used to have the OC fight fairs and things like that, so I feel like Up Next, it's perfect. It's what's up next, and we got a big platform for a lot of young guys, a lot of up-and-comers, and a lot of old vets, so it's perfect.
I think your dad was, used to promote shows, or among the first shows that I ever worked at as a ring announcer. So the McKees have been involved here in the SoCal area for quite some time. And Dusty, will go to you. I'm sure you've seen this man fight many times. It's just great to have
I think
the mercenary here.
On the first time I got introduced to the fights too in Commerce. Did you fight in Commerce?
No, I was strictly Bellator. I signed straight out of my amateur career to Bellator.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, no,
I've seen those fights though. Back in the day, like early '08 and stuff. Yeah, I was at those events. I was just a little youngster running around.
Nice, man. Yeah, well, I'm definitely gonna check them out. I saw him. I'm really impressed, with that record. So I want to really get to see you live. You know, I know you're a monster, so just good luck, man, and continue all the best.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And hopefully we bring something back to the city, you know.
Yeah.
It's always fun fighting in L.A. I get the home crowd, you know, just having all my friends, family, and fans there. It's a surreal feeling, you know what I mean, when you can see the amount of energy that's in there for you, you know. What could really go wrong, you know? What could be against you, you know? You go in there confident. You appreciate your training coach, your training camps, and everything that just goes into totality of a fight camp. Right. And that's what makes it so fun, you know. When it's time to step in that cage, it's all fun. I call it my playpen.
That's awesome.
I love
man.
that.
What part of LA did you grow up in?
I was born and raised in Long Beach.
Nice.
Yeah, but
nice. That's what's on my official birth certificate.
Yeah. All right, well, there you have it. Couple SoCal guys, but we're going to head back to the weigh-in site as Perez Paloyan are weighing in next.
Let's go.
Next up in the lightweight division, fighting out of the blue corner, out of CMMA, Diego Perez. Guts. 156 pounds. And his opponent, out of the red corner, fighting out of KD MMA, Armin Piloyan. 156.
Oh, here we go.
All right, Nate.
Right, well, they're focused.
This is my favorite part. This is my favorite part of the fight.
This is your favorite one?
Yeah, the stare down, man. You get to make him or break him right there, you know?
You get to see that look in his eye.
Yeah.
Tells you everything.
Everything.
The eyes don't lie.
Nope.
They both look focused.
This is going to be an exciting fight.
Who do you got?
I don't like to pick, honestly, because it's a fight, you know. Anything can go wrong. I've trained with Diego before, so I'm a bit familiar with his style.
Got two great camps.
Let's start with Diego first. Diego, just faced off with your opponent. How do you predict things go down tomorrow evening?
Victory.
What do you sense out of your opponent's eyes when you face off with him?
Looks like a strong kid, like he's going to come forward.
How do you predict you'll get your hand raised tomorrow evening?
Doesn't matter. I'm ready for anything that happens.
Yeah.
Can we get a message for all your fans out there worldwide?
Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate everybody that expressed support, that bought a ticket and bought a pay-per-view for me. I'm going to put on a show for you guys tomorrow.
Straight to business. Give it up for Guts, everybody. And we got his opponent out of the red corner and his translator. Armin, man, you just faced off with your opponent. Why are you going to be the one having your hand raised tomorrow evening?
Ես պատրաստվել եմ շատ լավ ու ամեն ինչ անել եմ որպեսզի հասնեմ հաղթանակի։
He's been training for a long time. He's done everything to get this victory. That's why his hand's going to get raised.
How do you predict you'll get your hand raised?
Sure. Անպայման հաղթել եմ։ Մենամարտը ցույց կտա։ Մենամարտը ցույց կտա։
The day will come and you guys will see what will happen.
All right, and can we get a final message for all your fans out there?
He's saying thank you. Tomorrow you guys will see everything.
All business, all with your actions. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Schmo. Todd Kennelly here again with Dustin. AJ McKee Jr. Now, we're here at a bar, right? They serve lots of quality spirits here, but I think the only thing these two have is ice water running through their veins from the looks of those two in the weigh-ins. But you talked about it. How pivotal are the weigh-ins in the body language, and what can you see as a fighter when you're facing off with your opponent?
It's key, man. The weigh-in, the stare-off, that's the moment that I feel like you should feed off the most. You know, you get to see them. You get to see what they're about, their body language. You get to literally stare them in their soul, you know. If they feel a little froggy, then they get to jump, you know what I mean? And it's part of the mental warfare, you know. If you're going to get in your opponent's head, now's that time. And it always happens at the weigh-ins, in the press conference. And, yeah, the face-off is the key, you know. That's the moment of truth.
Anything you like to do during the face-off to get under your opponent's skin or anything? Any
I don't
tips
lose the
or
stare
tricks?
down. Yeah, I don't lose the stare
Yeah.
down. I don't care how long we got to stare. We'll stare at each other for an hour if we have to, but I'm not breaking.
I love that.
AJ McKee Jr., 20-1, but undefeated in the stare down. That's for sure. But let's talk about these two guys. You got Diego Perez, more experience as a fighter. He's 3-3 out of CMMA, but his opponent Armand Poloyan, undefeated 2-0, bringing that undefeated record into the cage.
Yeah, they both looked all business to me. They both looked focused. To go back to your stare down, I think we saw in a couple of the stare downs, maybe a couple guys looked nervous or not. Man, neither one of those guys looked nervous, and neither one of them looked like they even cared what the other one was doing because they were going to bring a solid game plan.
And we're going to keep things going here momentarily. Rodriguez and Edwards are next. And, guys, a 12-fight card as it stands right now. 3 titles on the line. I mean, the Up Next matchmakers really do an incredible job putting these cards together. And this one's no different. Looks like the Schmo is just about ready to go.
Go ahead. All right, ladies and gentlemen, up next in our featherweight division, introducing out of the blue corner, making his debut out of Black House MMA and Systems Training Center, we have Joseph Rodriguez. 144.6. And his opponent out of the red corner, the Hitman out of Movement Boxing, Jason Edwards. $142.2.
Here we go.
Two great athletes looking to lock horns yet again as they face off.
Joseph making his pro debut.
Yeah, the Hitman, Jason Edwards, little experience there. He's got 6 pro fights under his belt. Your thoughts on what you're seeing here, AJ?
Very serious, both these guys. I love the lower weight classes. They're a bit more exciting. You know, the higher you go, you got more power. So these guys, you're going to see a lot more technique and just a bit more speed, a bit more speed, more technique. So this is going to be an exciting fight.
Schmo standing by to get a word.
All right, starting off first in the blue corner, we got Jason making the debut. You just stared down with your opponent. What'd you make of everything?
He's a tough fighter. I know it's going to be a tough fight, but it should be an entertaining fight, and we're always fight of the night, so expect that.
What do you make your opponent when you locked eyes with him?
Fireworks. You ever been to a fireworks show?
Definitely.
What I'm talking about.
Like 4th of July style?
Yes, sir.
All
Friday
right.
night.
How do you predict getting your hand raised?
I don't like to talk about that. Let that shit happen.
Let it happen. What about you, sir?
Any way I want.
Final message for everybody out there to tune in tomorrow evening.
The Hitman's in that bitch.
Happy birthday, Dad. This victory is going to be for you.
There you have it, folks. Featherweight banger, UNF 11. Guys, back to you.
Man, the Hitman is putting out a hit. He really thought about that answer. I think he knows how he wants to finish it, but he didn't want to say. But he put some serious thought into that one.
There's got to be some mystery left, right, AJ?
Definitely. Mystery's the key. You can't give up your game plan. You just go in there and you execute it.
You ever throwing out a false game plan, telling them you're going to do something, and you just go play opposite?
Definitely, man. Like I said, mental warfare is the number one thing. So you tell somebody one thing and you go do the opposite.
That's awesome. Hey, fun fact, man. We did a podcast last week or 2 weeks ago, and Kevin Holland was talking about how you were his favorite Bellator fighter, and thought it was ironic, and then you're going to be out here. So that's fun.
Kevin Holland's an OG, man. I remember Kevin Holland when he was in King of the Cage back in the day. He fought one of my teammates, and he was talking to my teammate while he was beating him up, and I was just like, dude, this guy is comical.
Yeah.
He's a great athlete, though.
Yeah, he's incredible. And you got the iced out chains. All right.
I like what you said there, though. Maybe throw him off the scent. I think I would always just go with, I've really been working on my capoeira. But
yeah, throw something just totally random out there. Throw him off the trail.
But let's talk about this. You alluded to it. Obviously, you seem cool, calm, and collected, but Joseph Rodriguez is making his professional debut. I know it's a ways back in the time machine, but what is a fighter about to make his pro debut? What's going through his mind? He's got the butterflies. What are your thoughts from what you remember your experience being?
Man, that pro debut, I was looking to make an example, you know, just go in there and put on a great show and make an example out of my opponent and show them that I'm here, you know, and this is my time. So go in there, fight hard, fight smart, and leave it all in that cage, you know. That's what it's all about. Just don't let those nerves get to you, you know. The whole thing about that first fight is managing that adrenaline rush, you know. It's 3 5-minute rounds. It's no longer amateur. It's no 3-3, so 3 5s is ideal. You're gonna have to pick and choose your times to go and to execute your game plan, and sometimes things don't go as planned, so you gotta simmer down a little bit and try to find a new loophole.
Do you see a lot of fighters making their pro debuts, maybe the victim of that adrenaline dump and they gas out early?
Second round, nothing's left in the tank. So that's what it's about, you know. It's all about the conditioning, the training, and going out there and just managing it all.
It looked like, I mean, we had Joseph predicting that, you know, or Jason predicting fireworks. Joseph looked super cool, calm, and collected, man. That looked like it's going to be a barn burner for sure. I mean,
and looking to go against what AJ said, because Joseph Rodriguez, when we met with him pre-fight interview, he said he predicts a second-round TKO finish. So he expects to not be victim of that adrenaline dump in his debut, and he's going to have a little something left in that second round. Well, time will tell.
he said he said fight of the night. He said we're, you know, always fight of the night. So you got one guy predicting fireworks, 4th of July style. You got one guy fight of the night. I mean, it seems like two guys ready to get it.
Yeah, cool, calm, and collect as well. So that's you know, that's something to come into your first pro fight and be just calm, collect, and expect the other guy to come at you with fireworks. It's going to be some entertainment.
And speaking of fireworks, we've got our co-main event on deck. That's coming up next in the weigh-ins. Can't wait for that. And we're going to take a closer look at one piece of the puzzle in that co-main event. Let's take a look at Gianni Vasquez.
Gianni Vasquez, and I'm fighting out of Team Oyama in Irvine, California.
You know, when I looked at their camp, I'm like, man, these guys just don't get tired.
He's an animal. He's going to be fighting for a vacant flyweight title, and I'm just excited to see what he brings.
To be a first flyweight champion, to be a Mexican fighting in California, it means a lot.
He charges forward. He trains out of Team Oyama, one of the best mixed martial arts gyms in the entire world. I expect to see a very well-rounded fighter, a very aggressive fighter who brings the fight to his opponent.
I hope you guys don't miss, because it's going to be a lot of action.
When you talk about tough and grit, I mean, this guy, his picture's in the dictionary.
I'm going to promise you the best fight of the night, and then I will promise to everybody I'm going to take that belt and I'm going to bring it home.
The credit to Gianni Vasquez will be his mindset. I think his sharpness and ability to see the fight and bring the fight to his opponent will definitely make this an entertaining scrap.
My name is Gianni Vasquez, and I am up next.
So there you have it. Kryptonita Gianni Vasquez, one half of that equation in our co-main event. He takes on Narek Avagian, and that's going to be for the flyweight title of Up Next Fighting. Let's go to the Schmo.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have our third title fight weighing in for the day for the vacant UNF flyweight strap. Introducing out of the blue corner, Kryptonita Gianni Vasquez. $124.6.
On it.
And his opponent, out of the red corner, the Armenian warrior, Narek Avakian.
Yeah.
Some high energy right
there.
Could
throw that corner. Cool, calm, and collected right out the window when you talk about Avakian.
Need a corner man like that.
Okay, got punched right there. 124
He's even going after
pounds.
the Schmo. He's ready.
That's a super hype man right there.
Took the hit.
There you see what it's all about in this one. Flyweight title on the line. Both staring daggers at each other.
He's on his toes. He looks ready. He wants to get some.
Right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow. This is going to be a scrap. I'm excited for this one.
Goosebump City with these two with
Man,
the title
let's
on
go.
the line. Going to leave it all in the cage, you got to believe.
I'm going to go ahead and call it early. This one's going to go
All right,
under.
ladies and gentlemen, we got Gianni, we got Narek. Narek, I know you can't speak English, but it's okay. Gianni, man, what do you sense from this man? He's all intensity.
Whatever, man. He has the energy. Bring it.
How do you predict having your hand raised tomorrow evening?
It doesn't matter, man. I just see myself winning tomorrow night, and then that's all matters for me.
Well, best of luck to you tomorrow evening. We appreciate your time. Armin, man, we appreciate you taking the time. You just faced off with this man. We got a vacant title. What would that mean to you becoming the champion?
It's my nishanakum որ էսի դու հաղթես ու չեմպիոն դառնաս։
Իմ կյանքի նպատակը էս եղը։
I'm going full.
23 տարի այսօրվա
I've been
համար։
training for 23 years for this day, for this fight.
1000%-ով պատրաստվում եմ վաղվա fight։
100% I'm ready for the fight tomorrow.
How do you predict getting your hand raised?
I'm going full force in. He told me earlier that that's exactly what he's going to do. And he'll keep that for tomorrow to surprise everybody.
There it is. Best of luck to you tomorrow evening. Hydrate yourself. Guys, back to you.
Got a good one on our hands here, guys, for the flyweight title. You know, we saw a look at Gianni Vasquez, and he is so proud of his Mexican heritage, as so many Mexican fighters are, especially in the world of boxing. But likewise, the Armenian culture, especially here in Up Next Fighting, we've seen some extremely talented Armenian fighters come through the ranks and have gone all the way to the big leagues. But this one for the flyweight title, your thoughts on what you just saw, guys?
I think I'm going to call it out. I think that's going to be fight of the night. That one looks like it's going to be intense, man. I like what both of them are bringing. I was watching previous fights of them. They always bring it, and my prediction is this is going to be fight of the night. Obviously, there's a lot of great fights on the card, but I think this is the one that if you're going to watch one fight, that's the one you definitely want to watch.
All right, and we'll get to your thoughts in a second, AJ. But first, let's take a look at Narek Avagian.
Narek is tough as nails. He's like a pit bull. He keeps coming forward. He takes shots, and I think the harder you hit him, the more he gets into the fight.
He fights with relentless pressure and in a high pace, and any fight he's in has the potential to be fight of the night. He's the nicest guy outside the cage, but when he gets in the cage, he's a monster.
He is skilled. He brings it. If you watched his last fight, easily could have been fight of the night. This guy really brings it every time he steps in the cage. He's coming for the gold.
He charges forward. He throws punches and bunches, mixes up the kicks. He's a very well-rounded striker, extremely fast. Try to catch lightning in a bottle, and that's like trying to stop Narek Avagian from throwing punches. So this guy is dynamic as they come. At 125 pounds, it's going to be a hell of a fight.
So we saw Vasquez earlier. Now your thoughts, AJ, after taking a closer look at the challenger here in Narek Avagian.
He's a scrapper, man. He's going to bring the fight. You know, these lower weight classes guys, like I said before, they come in and they bring the heat. It's nothing but technique and full cardio. You know, you see some knockouts, but for the most part, you're going to see nothing but technique and just scrap, full force the entire time. So I'm intrigued to see how this fight goes. They're both going to come in there and put it all on the line, and this is definitely a fight you're not going to win, Mace.
And to your point, AJ, and Dustin, chime in as well. You know, these are two flyweights that in that lower weight class that do have knockout power. Vasquez has 2 knockout victories, and Avagian an impressive 6 knockout wins.
Yeah, he reminded me of like Merab. It seemed like he had that motor always coming forward in the fights I was watching. I was like, man, it's got a lot of the Merab type style. Just can take a punch. Yeah, relentless pressure, take punches, keep going, doesn't give up. But Vasquez was no slouch. Almost saw a little bit of Brandon Moreno and him. It just looked like this fight. I was like, but just watching everything, I was like, man, this fight's going to be super exciting. This is the one that I had penciled in, and obviously a title fight.
And what I love too is just the unbridled intensity of Avagian, right? It looks like he's about to rip out of his skin, and then you couple that with Vasquez just saying, whatever, yeah, it's cool. And Avagian though, how much is like a experience in a promotions cage affect you, AJ? Because Avagian is coming off of a big round 2 TKO victory over the Farmer Destruction, David Duran at UNF 9. So does that make you feel right at home when you're fighting in a promotion where you have a previous victory?
Definitely, especially coming off a knockout. It's just a repetition. You get in that groove and you just continue to go, and the work and the dedication just continues to stack up day in, day out. So once you get on that roll and you get going, you continue to go and work hard diligently, and everything lines up just the way it should. So I'm excited for this fight. You know, obviously he's probably going to want to dethrone that record and try to get an L on him, but we'll see how this fight goes. I'm excited to see how it goes.
And a high-stakes matchup with that title on the line, and you talked about we're going to keep it going. We're going to keep it going to the weigh-ins. This will be the first action of the night. Take it away, Schmo.
We have the gentlemen who are responsible for kicking off tomorrow evening's fight card out of the flyweight division. Introducing first, out of the blue corner, out of Icon MMA, Ezekiel Michael. 124.8. And his opponent, fighting out of Saxon Muay Thai, Clayton Klein. 124.8. We got a scrap. Face forward, gentlemen.
Oh, wow.
We're going to get it kicked off right.
I mean business.
We're ready to go. Get a little action before the show starts.
He's got his hands up. He's letting them know he's ready.
I'm excited for this one.
Oh, you got the throat slash. Yes. So we are joined by Ryan Buckner, who is the head matchmaker for the Rising Stars, man. Welcome. How are you?
Thank you, brother. I'm good. I'm happy for the fights tomorrow. We got some good amateur fights on the card, especially these two right here, so I'm so excited.
So you're responsible for this?
Yeah, I am.
Thank you.
I'm going to take pride in this one, too, because this one's going to be a fight of the night, possibly.
Now we're going to go over to the Schmo.
All right, we got Ezekiel, we got Clayton. You guys just faced off. You're kicking off the fight card. It's the flyweight division. You haven't stopped looking at this guy. What's going through your mind right now?
Ready to work. Been training hard for this every day, 3 months in camp. Train with guys way bigger than me. Never train with guys my size. I'm ready.
Why is he going to lose tomorrow evening?
I feel the exact same way. I'm training with way better guys than him. I'm training with guys his height, his exact build, the way he fights. I'm ready to smash this guy.
How do you predict getting your hand raised tomorrow?
I predict that I'm going to be way more calm than my last fight. You know, my last fight, he don't even know that wasn't my full performance. This fight, he'll see what a full performance is. He'll see the real me. He'll see the real Ezekiel Michael. Real.
I'm not the guy he's going to make a name off of. I'm going to smash this guy just like I did the last guy.
Final thoughts before you guys get locked inside the cage tomorrow evening.
He's a really good opponent. I have a lot of respect for you, but I'm going to take you out. I'm going to finish you tomorrow.
Hey, he thinks he could finish me. That would be a really hard job for him, for one. For two, he didn't win his last fight. We all know it. We had talks with many people. Only won the first round. That's the only round he won, and he knows it too.
Can't wait to see what you guys do inside the cage tomorrow. Kicking off UNF 11 flyweight division. We appreciate your time. Gentlemen, guys, back to you.
We are back. So, Ryan, what are your thoughts on this fight, and what are some of the fights that you know, for the Rising Stars?
I mean, I was already excited for that fight, but after that face-off and those words, I don't know, I'm way more excited now. I think all the amateurs on the card, though, are going to be great. We got Desmond Alvarado, who's undefeated, going for his first crack at gold against Michael Salinas. Both savages and both are upcoming prospects, so definitely excited for that one. But, I mean, here up next, we try to get the best talent, best amateur talent, right, and then we groom them, and we get them to go pro with us, too.
So where do you find some of these athletes, like as a matchmaker, and for the guys out there, guys that are up and coming, trying to make a name for themselves and want to get noticed? What are some things that they could do maybe to get noticed, and what are some things you look for to find guys to come out here and fight?
Yeah, I think if you watch both those guys right there, do you see the energy? Like, they wanted to be there. You could tell they want to be fighters. They want to enjoy the process. So I love when I could see in a guy and see, hey, I want to be a fighter. I'm about this life. That's one thing, but also, man, I work a lot. I'm studying these guys. I'm on YouTube. I'm on all these other websites, just finding these amateurs and finding these talents. So, so we actually do have an all-AMI show coming up on September 28th.
Okay.
It's a Club UNF show at Academy LA. We're turning the nightclub into a fight club. We have bottle service going on and all that. But those are all amateur shows, but it's just a whole different experience. And, you got like 20 to 25-year-old guys fighting in there, and you got a bunch of 20 to 25-year-old fans partying in there. So it's a good atmosphere and it's fun, and I'm really excited for it.
When is that?
Oh, when is that? That's September 28th.
September 28th.
Yeah. I think we got.
We're going to take a look at the preview for Club UNF. Wow, that looked amazing. I'm ready to go right now. I was like, and that video was amazing. And that was the first show?
Yeah, that was the first Club UNF show, yeah.
Wow, that looked amazing. I thought that had been going on for years. So that's the first one. How did that go? And then this one's going to be the second one?
Yeah. No, so, I mean, it went amazing. The feedback we got from the fans was truly amazing. The fighters loved it. I think as a whole, just a great idea. It's something different that no one else is doing.
Yeah.
We sold it out. Like I said, the fighters were happy. The fans were happy. So it's like a no-brainer to keep that thing going and kind of make that trademarked with UNF. So we have the upcoming one coming up, which is going to be, honestly, 10 times better. The fight card, we already got like 15 fights made, 3 title fights on the card. It's going to be off the hook. I'm excited for everyone to see it.
And, by the way, you can actually, the cover charge for that club is about the same price of a ticket, so why not get both of them? You can go check out some great fights and have a great time. AJ, have you ever seen anything like that?
No, man. When I was an amateur, actually, we did a show on top of a club. But to actually bring the club and the fight scene together, that's just epic, man. That's epic. That's next level fighting right there.
Yeah. Yeah, and I have friends that like to go clubbing and stuff. I like the business and the fight game.
Yeah.
But I bring them there. They get to watch what I do and see all the fighting, and not what I do, but what I promote. But they also get the luxury of being able to have a couple drinks and stuff. So they have way more fun at these events. So I think really anyone can come have fun with it, but like the younger people, they really are drawn to this. For sure.
And then does the party keep going after the fights?
It does. People watch a fight for 15 minutes or whatever, and then they go to the bar for 10, have a couple shots, and they get to watch fights. You feel like you're in in a movie kind of. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a fight club, right?
Yeah,
so it's pretty crazy. I mean, and then when it came together and we had our first event, it really couldn't have went any better. So
yeah, well, that's the motto. Fight club meets a nightclub.
Yeah.
So we got a fight coming up. We're taking it to the Schmo. The show.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to go. Welterweight division, 170 pounds. Introducing first, out of the blue corner, out of Elite MMA, he's ready to step on the scale. We have Anthony Zaragoza. 175.6. And his opponent, out of the red corner, representing Saxon Muay Thai, Stephen O'Brien.
Saxons.
174.6.
We
got a scrap.
Amazing gym in Dallas as well. This one should be good. This is Stephen 1-0 out of Saxon, Anthony 0-1. These guys look like they're having fun.
They're having fun with it. I see that the USA Wrestling talk.
Stephen Bryan had an amazing highlight knockout in his first fight on that 1-0 record. Excited to see what he'll do next.
Yeah, Stephen, I mean, he fought for us before, and he really packs a punch. And if he's in the fight, he has that knockout power any time. So he's must-see when he's fighting, for sure. Don't blink.
All right, gentlemen, Stephen. Very respectful face-off between you two. What do you sense out of your opponent?
Well, one thing I learned about MMA is anything can happen. No matter how good I think I am, I always respect everybody. But at the end of the day, you know what it is. You know what time it is.
You know what time it is.
Yes. Once that cage is shut, it's no holds barred, man. Let's go.
And how do you feel about everything?
I'm excited to be here, man. I'm just ready to fight.
Do you have any type of prediction for how you'll be victorious tomorrow evening?
Like you said, it's unpredictable. You never know what's going to happen, and you just do show up and do your best.
And why do you feel like you at your best will be better than your opponent?
I'll show you.
Oh.
I'll show you.
I'll show you more. Trust me. Don't worry about that.
No final prediction, no final thoughts?
Final prediction is I'm going to win by KO within the first 5 minutes.
First 5 minutes, there it is.
It's longer than his last fight. That's good. That's good. I hope so. We'll see what happens.
Can't wait for this one. Guys, back to you. Best of luck, gentlemen.
Wow. Okay. So we got that was a perfect one there since we're in the over/under pub. What's your thoughts? Is it over a minute and a half, or is it going to be under a minute and a half?
I'm not quite sure, but these are those moments where I was talking about the stare down. You make or break your opponent. You know, he said he's not making it out the first, and I saw his nerves just start to tremble a little bit. So that's that mental warfare. You know, this is going to be an exciting fight. Hopefully he goes in there, you know, and puts on a great show. I saw a USA Wrestling tattoo on there, so, you know, you always got an ace in your pocket if you got that wrestling background. But this is going to be an exciting fight. You know, when you got a hungry fighter in front of you and he's looking to come at your neck like that, you best to be ready and prepared.
Speaking of hungry, obviously we're at the weigh-in, so everybody's been cutting weight and is ready for food. As you're cutting weight, what is your favorite thing, AJ, to eat after a weight cut, man? What's your go-to move?
My go-to, so right after weigh-ins, food or like snack? Because, you know, I always got to have a Snickers
Both.
on me.
Both.
I always
Yeah,
got to have a
both.
Snickers on me. But I would say my go-to, I got to have the chicken Alfredo pasta. Got to get that in, and then I go get the biggest tomahawk steak around town. And I just snack on that throughout the night, you know, get that red meat in me. And, yeah, I love my steak.
What's your schedule like, or for you, or for anyone, you know, coming up? Obviously, you just cut weight. You got through you make weight. You're fighting tomorrow. What's big meal right after weigh-ins, and then what's kind of your diet, your meals after leading up to the fight?
No, so immediately after weigh-ins, I try to get that chicken Alfredo in me, get that starch, the carbs back in me with a little bit of protein, which is the chicken. After that, you know, a lot of water, Pedialyte. From there, I go to the nicest steakhouse around, get a nice tomahawk steak, and I eat about half with some potatoes, asparagus, get my greens in me, and I usually don't finish the whole thing. So throughout the night, I just kind of wake up and I take bites out of the steak, and then the next morning, you know, you don't want to keep eating that heavy meat. So the next morning, you go eat something nice and lean, some egg whites, spinach, just something to sit and kind of flush your system out a little bit, and then, you know, you want to go in that cage a little hungry. You know, you don't want to go in there full and all sluggish. So the day of the fight, you taper down on the food and have some fruits, get that good natural sugar into your stomach, and from there, you know, it's go time. It's all preparation. That's pretty much the preparation you need.
What's your pre-fight ritual when you're in the back, you're in the locker room, you're getting ready to go? How are you? What's the routine? Are you having a good time?
I'm always having a good time. You know, I got to play the music, have the jams going. It depends what type of fight. If I've been fired up the whole camp, I try to keep the music a little mellow and tapered down. But if not, man, I'm turned up in the back. And the ritual, I'd say we always pray, man. You got to pray. You got to stay prayed up.
I love that. I want to go back to Club UNF, man. So that's, again, it's coming up September 28th. Are there tickets still available?
Tickets are still available. There's probably not many left, but if you're looking to get a ticket, go to upnextfighting.com. But they will sell out probably in the next week or two. So you don't want to miss out on this for sure. But, yeah, there's tickets still available.
And what kind of tickets are available? Tickets, tables, bottles? Like what can you expect to go in?
So we got the regular general admission, you know, some ringside and then some seats behind that. But we also got VIP tables with bottle service and all that, where you get the full club experience. So we have it all. It's going to sell out soon, but you're going to have that full club experience with the fights going on.
And a dress code.
Yeah, you better come to, you better dress well. You might get kicked out. And it's 21 and over, so make sure you bring your ID.
And we are going to throw it over the Schmo. The show's yours.
Our final gentleman to face off in the lightweight division, introducing first out of the blue corner, the outlaw, Sergio Quinones.
How's it going, Dustin? Nice to meet you.
Don't have the weight.
164.
Did he miss weight?
I think it's a catch weight. Yeah.
Introducing next, out of the red corner, out of CMMA, Chase and Cooper Gibson. 164.
Here we go. Hey, we had Chase on earlier, man, and I'm telling you, he came off an amazing second-round knockout last fight, and, man, he just looked focused. And hearing him talk about his brother and the passion that he has behind that, I'm telling you right now, hey, man, I'm not betting against that guy. There's no way I'm betting against him.
Yeah, we've seen, Chase in the cage several times in several different local organizations, and every single time the guy brings it. AJ will probably comment on it. The most impressive thing about Chase is every time you see him, he adds a new wrinkle to his game. He's not a one-dimensional fighter. Every time he comes back, you see, wow, he's improved his grappling, he's improved his striking. But he's got a really tough opponent in Quinones in front of him, so it should be a hell of a fight.
We're going to go to Schmo.
Okay, Sergio, you just faced off with Chase, man. How do you feel about everything going down tomorrow evening?
I feel good, man. I don't know too much about the guy. A lot of respect for him. I've heard about him before. We're fighters. This is our job. And this is fun. Let's fight and get paid, baby.
What do you sense out of your opponent when you just faced off with him right here?
Just respect, man. This is another father with a kid. We're both trying to provide for our kids and move forward. I got nothing but respect and love.
What are you fighting for tomorrow evening?
Fight for my name, my family. For the sport itself, for the art. Show that we're all here. We're all professional fighters. Our records don't matter. It's all about our journey in this in the sport and how we become in our journey.
How do you get your hand raised tomorrow evening?
I just gotta show up, man, and just do my thing, bro. I've been doing this a long time. This is what I've been training for, and I just gotta show up, fight smart, and put my trust in God.
Best of luck to you, both of you gentlemen, tomorrow evening. Guys, back to you.
Ooh. It looks like that's going to be a great fight. Hey, Jay, you got some comments on this fight?
Yeah, this is going to be an exciting scrap. I've seen this dude on the local circuit a little bit, so just keep your eyes on him, Both guys, like they said, they're trying to come in and feed their families, and that's what it's all about, taking care and providing for your family, and that's all the fuel you need when you step in that cage. So I'm excited for this fight.
How do you feel when your opponent comes? You get the trash talking, right? You get guys that come in and talk trash, get maybe a little disrespectful, say some things, and then you get that, hey, coming in and respect father. How do you feel about that, man?
I'm a very respectful person, so I love the respect. I feel the respect to get you and take you a long way. But at the same time, this is entertainment world, so you need some fights to come in there and have that the little smack talk and then the pushes and the shoves. You need a little bit of entertainment for the fans. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about is entertainment. So I'm excited for this.
Both guys seem super experienced, right?
Yeah, both these guys are long in the tooth in the fight game, and the thing about Sergio is Chase is not going to have to find him. He's going to be in his face the entire time. So that makes it more of an entertaining fight. You got two guys that are bound to come forward and meet each other in the center of the cage, and when that happens, usually it's a storm we all enjoy. So, I'm just really excited to see these two guys square off. It should be, like I said before, it should be a hell of a scrap.
Yeah, it looked like it was. Again, they both look focused. When we had Chase on here again, just talking about his brother, like you said, just getting better. And you just feel like that, like he's focused. You feel like he's focused on growing. He's like he adds a new wrinkle to his game each time. This guy into training, right? Into it, learning, growing, and looks like that's going to be great.
Yeah, Chase he's a kid that found his way to martial arts the very prototypical way. He was getting in trouble on the streets. His brother Cooper was found his way off the streets and into the gym, and Chase followed him. So that's why his nickname is Ann Cooper. It's a big inspiration. Yeah. I had the pleasure of knowing Cooper as well, and he was a tremendous young man, tremendous fighter, and his loss has reverberated through the community and still does. So I'm just really hoping to see the best version of Chase Gibson tomorrow night.
Yeah, it looks like we are. AJ, what's next for you, man? What do you got on undefeated in stare downs? And
I don't know, man. I'm just waiting on the phone call, I'm training twice a day right now. As soon as I get that phone call, we get something lined up. Hopefully, like I said, we can get back to Japan. If we can't get anything on the schedule, hopefully I get back to Japan. I know the Japan fans love me out there, and I love fighting out there. So hopefully we get another New Year's show out there, and I go at least get to perform in front of all those fans out there. It's a great arena, great crowd, and I couldn't be more excited for another place to fight.
I can't
get
wait.
some more soccer kicks in there, too, man. That's amazing, dude.
Yeah. Who do you want? Is there somebody you want? Is there something come on, you just want to get in there?
Come on, Pitbull, who do you want?
Obviously a Pitbull.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it.
I got them dogs ready to get trained and walk. So, I think it'd be a great fight,
Pitbull in Japan, baby.
Yeah, the Pitbull legacy, my legacy, we're 1-1. So we got to see who's finishing this. And like I said, we make it a family affair. So, big brother, here I come.
I love that. John, do you have a prediction of what is going to be your fight of the night? And, one or maybe two to look out for, right?
Gosh, on the amateur scene, I'm a big fan of Desmond Alvarado. I think he's he reminds me very much of a young Nick Diaz, and I think his opponent is very tough, so that's going to be a great fight in the amateur ranks. As far as the pro fight, I can't wait for Chase Gibson, of course, but I'm also really excited about the main event. Nora Kavagian, this kid is lightning in a bottle. He comes forward charging, hands going, but he's got a very tough opponent in Gianni Vasquez, very well-rounded mixed martial artist. So main event is that's where the money is, baby.
That was my prediction as well. AJ, you got any fights you really want to watch out for? A fight of the night prediction? I know you don't like to predict, so I know
you got to go main event. The main event's the main event for a reason, you know what I mean? So I'm going to go main event.
Love that. What else we got? We got...
Yeah, we have another show coming up in Commerce October 21st. We also have a show, Club UNF, on the 28th of September.
Yeah.
So UNF up next fighting, man. We're making moves. We're doing the right thing. And it all starts with the fighters. As AJ can attest, you know, a lot of the promotions that he fought for coming up didn't treat the fighters the way that this promotion treats fighters. So, you know, at UNF, all the fighters are considered family. We're not sending, you know, guys out there to just get beat up. There's no opponents. Everybody's family.
Yeah, I like, so the common thing that I keep seeing, and AJ, you could chime in on this, it seems like this organization takes care of the fighters, right? It's like a fighters organization. And so one, it's probably two-part. One for AJ, being a fighter side, what does being a fighters organization mean to you? And then for you is how do you guys do that? Like what's
Well, I think the onus is to put the fighters first. As a commentator, I believe I do my job best when people don't even know who I am, because it's not about me.
Yeah.
It's about the fight. So, you know I'm doing my job if I'm anonymous, because the fight is what everybody comes to watch. So I think putting the onus on the fighter themselves, making sure that they have an experience at weigh-ins, getting them to the scale as quickly as possible, as AJ can attest. I'm sure back in your regional days, that was one of your pet peeves, is how long do we have to wait to weigh in, for God's sakes, you know? Like, so being a fighter-first organization is definitely at the heart of UNF, and you know, we represent the attitude of gratitude to all the fighters, and that's basically what UNF is. We're just a family.
What does that mean like for you, man? What are some of the things to be a fighters organization?
I mean, that's the key, you know. Having a comfortable home environment is ideal, especially when you're getting ready to go in a cage and you got to punch someone in the face. You want to be comfortable, you know. So having weigh-ins, getting that knocked out, and just having someone you can go to and be like, hey, I need this done, or I need help, you know. Knowing you got help, that's key, you know. So having the fighters willingly and being able to come to you guys for help, and knowing that you guys are going to have their back, that's the key.
Yeah, and also I'm sure, you know, when you were coming up, it would have been nice as a young pro if you had a place that you could call home. You know what I mean? Instead of having to fight for King of the Cage and this promotion, that promotion, and you get treated differently everywhere you go. We're trying to provide like a homogenous experience for all the fighters, where they feel the love, they feel the gratitude, and they want to fight for us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the thing, is we're not, you know, we don't want to have to call fighters to say, hey, you want to fight? The fighters are calling us saying, we want to fight for you. We want to fight for you. And I think that's a testament to everything that the team's doing right now.
Yeah, you heard multiple people come up here saying, I don't want to fight for any other organization. I wouldn't. I want to fight, you know, I want to fight for here. And that's amazing. Well, so we talked about, this is an amazing card. I can't wait to be there. I know you got another card coming up, but is there anyone out there that's not on this card that's kind of up and coming that people should be looking out for, that's maybe on an up and coming card that's not, but just maybe that next up and coming fighter here that they should be looking for?
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned him earlier. I can't say enough about Desmond Alvarado, who's fighting on this card. I watched, I commentated when AJ was an amateur, so I've seen some of the best fighters in the entire world at that young stage, and this kid reminds me of a young Nick Diaz. He really does, and I think he's got that attitude where he's just cold as ice. He's a fighter's fighter, great jiu-jitsu, great kickboxing, and the most impressive thing to me is he takes you out of your game plan. So if you want to take him down, he controls you on the ground, and now you're no longer in a dominant position because he's going to reverse you. So he adapts very well to his opponent, and I think that's one of the best one of the best aspects a young amateur can have is his adaptation.
I love that. Hey, Jay, I got to know from you. I see the ice, man. The ice is just it's nice to watch, the bling. What is the piece, man? What is that for?
That's McKee, man. That's McKee. That's my key to life right there. At the end of the day, it says me, so you cover that up. That's the M, the E, Majin Buu, you know, Dragon Ball Z. We're going Super Saiyan on him.
Yeah.
Ankh represents life, so, you know what I mean? It's my key to life right there.
Yeah, who's your favorite in Dragon Ball Z?
Gotta go Goku, man. Come
Go
on.
Goku. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta go Goku. He's just beast mode.
Okay, so we're going to turn it over to the Schmo.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with the head honcho of UNF, Mr. Chris Buckner here.
That's okay.
Screw it up here. A little too many pubs here at the over-under public house over here.
Woo, I'm just so happy to share this schmoment with you. This is schmo-amazing.
We just had everybody weigh in. We faced each other off. No bodies left on the canvas or on the floor here. Everyone's going to make it to the cage tomorrow night.
It's been a freaking blast, dude. These guys are such professionals. These athletes amaze me. Such class acts.
Well, you put on such a great event time in, time out. We get a lot of familiar faces coming back. We got champions here. We got guys telling their buddies to come back here. How do you tribute that warm family environment to what you pay forward here today?
Listen, it's all about the family. You know, the Buckner family, our partners George and Steve, and the entire team that works behind the scenes like you, Schmo, Todd, John, Rain, everybody that works so hard to really give these fighters a fucking platform. They deserve nothing less from us. We believe if we take care of the fighters are going to take care of the fans, and the fans will take care of Up Next Fighting.
We have 3 title fights this evening. I guess it'd be tomorrow evening, the Schmo evening. I guess it'd be tomorrow evening. The Schmo's getting ahead of himself. Is there something that you look forward to the most when it comes to fight nights?
Schmo, you've been here at the over-under for all day long, so it's okay if you've had a few cocktails and you don't remember. Listen, I think the potential for multiple fights to be fight of the night is really there. If you look at our rising stars, Desmond Alvarado versus Salinas, 2 young studs coming up, that has fight of the night potential. Then you look at Curtis, you look at Narek, you look at Gianni, like savages. This card is stacked, Schmo.
And we got the first time ever females competing right here at the bantamweight division for Up Next Fighting.
Listen, let's hope, what is this, the 3rd time we've tried to book this fight? Let's hope 3rd time is the charge, Schmo. We see the girls go at it. Because honestly, girls are much more vicious than the men, so I'm really looking forward to those 2 putting it out there.
Well, we can't wait. We appreciate your time. The head honcho, Chris Buckner.
The Schmo.
Guys, back to you.
All right, thanks, Schmo, and thank you, Chris Buckner. I'll tell you, one thing you can't fake is passion, guys, and Chris Buckner, his entire family, his entire staff has it. He's fired up. We're all fired up. We know the fans watching at home are fired up, and he's not lying, though. There are several fights that are going to be contenders for Fight of the Night tomorrow night.
Yeah, he got me fired up. I was like, let's fucking go right now. That was amazing. And he's right, man. The girl, I seem like every time you watch one of the girls fight, they're just going at it, man. They just bring everything at all times.
Man, girls are just vicious, bro. They go in there with the malicious intent every time. They literally leave it all in there. So anytime 2 women step in the cage, I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, that's what I say. Like, look, if you don't think women bring it, I said every time I pissed off my wife, I'm scared to death. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I don't take my chances.
And what a 2 to kick it off. These 2 that really are known for their physicality, for their striking. But Chris Buckner, he did it. He had the fingers crossed. I'm going to go and knock on wood as well because he said it was 3rd or 4th time that we've tried to make this happen. But by all accounts, it will happen tomorrow. History will be made. The first women's division fight in UNF. And then Schmo was talking about it too, guys. 3 title fights in all. 1 in the Rising Stars division. Do you think that a Rising Stars and amateur title is kind of that launch pad into the professional ranks if you take home the gold?
Yeah, definitely, you know. Your journey has to start somewhere. And it's just making sure while you're taking those steps, you just show up, you know. You got to show up. You got to show up and you got to perform, you know. And that's what's going to get you to the next level. So up next, you know, and then there it is.
No pun intended. Yeah.
And what a venue this has been for the weigh-in, and the Schmo is standing by with the owner himself. Take it away, Schmo.
This is the Schmo. We got the pro. We got Aram, the owner of Over Under Public House. We appreciate you opening up your venue right here for the weigh-ins. How we doing, man?
Good, thank you. Guys are always more than welcome here.
We appreciate you feeding the fighters, hosting these weigh-ins, man. What was your favorite part of doing all this?
Man, real exciting seeing all these young fighters, and we can't wait to see them fight tomorrow.
What about the chicken? What about the potatoes? How did you choose in feeding those specific items to all these fighters?
So we try to go with a healthy option. All our chicken here is non-GMO organic. Instead of our traditional way of frying, we baked everything. We grilled everything for these fighters. And hopefully we try to go as healthy as possible for them.
We also got the beer on tap. You're getting the Schmo drunk right now. I mean, come on, man. We got to finish the job.
Let's do it. We're ready.
Well, that's exciting stuff right there. And then we got 3 gold titles. Have you felt one of these things yet? Pretty damn heavy. Look at this thing. Wow. Man, don't blow a bicep out holding this thing, man.
Can't wait to see who's going to get this tomorrow.
Can't wait to see who's up next.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We appreciate your time. Thanks for hosting everything. Guys, back to you.
We are up next.
Yes, we are. And Schmo, thank you. And, man, Over Under Public House, what a place it has been. And I'll tell you, if you're going to be joining us live in the Burbank Airport Marriott Event Center tomorrow, perhaps afterwards you can keep the night rolling, because I'm told that there's going to be an after party right here in Over Under.
Official after party. Look, if you're out in the area or you can make it, you're in drivable distance, you need to get here tomorrow. This has been amazing. The energy's been amazing. Man, these guys are locked in and they're ready to go from top to bottom, right? I think a lot of times you see guys weigh in, you see them and you're like, I don't think these. From top to bottom, from the first fight to the last fight, everybody's been locked in. Everybody's been ready to go. The energy has been contagious, and I can't wait to see. You don't want to miss any of it. So you need to show up early, have your ass in the arena, and then after the amazing fights, let's get here.
And if you're not here live, then make sure you go to Starfund stream, and see it live on pay-per-view. We're going to go back to the Schmo, who's standing by with the Barbabian.
This is the Schmo. We got the pro. We got Jake Barbabian, the UNF welterweight, right here for UNF 11, man. You're here to support. How we doing?
We're doing good, man. Got to come out and see the boys. We got a big night tomorrow, stacked card. It's going to be a lot of fun.
That's right, and you got a fight yourself coming up in October, too, you're preparing for, right?
Yes, sir. October 21st. We're coming to do some bad things.
Well, certainly, man. Now we got a weigh-in right here. You got your training guy, AJ McKee, the champion right there, the mercenary. It's a good day for you, right?
Yeah, man. It's good. AJ coming out here supporting UNF. You guys got some big things going on. A lot of fun to be a part of this. I'm looking forward to the next card, October 21st as well, because we've been working together very close and just preparing a nice game plan, finish our opponents quick, and stay victorious.
You were very impressive in the last time we saw you compete inside the cage. But let's talk about this fight card tomorrow evening. What are you looking forward to the most?
Well, I'm looking forward to the Millender versus Parker fight. Curtis is going to go out there. He's going to control the fight. He's going to bring it wherever he wants. Because he's got the height and the reach, I think he will be looking to finish the fight on the feet. I don't foresee a lot of grappling, but you never know. That's why it's exciting.
We got 2 females fighting finally here, and up next fighting in the bantamweight division. What do you make of that matchup?
Man, I'm just happy to see the girls out there. They're going to go steal the show. It's going to be a good time, and they got my full support, so I'll be there early to see that.
The bombshell versus the natural. And Jake, can we get a final message for all your fans out there worldwide?
Yeah, guys, stay in touch. Follow me, Jake_Babian. Watch my journey to the top, and just want to say thank you for the support. Thank you for my friends in Hawaii and California.
Appreciate your time.
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you as well. Guys, back to you.
All right, thanks, Schmo. AJ, your thoughts on Jake Babian? He's one of the fighters, rightfully so, that was signed to a multi-fight deal right here in this promotion. Had a bit of a rough start here in UNF. He gassed out a little bit, but last time out, he was an absolute killer as advertised.
Through the trials of life, trials and tribulations of life, you learn and you grow. So that's the name of the game. He bounced back, and he's stronger, bigger, better. That's our motto. When we take an L, we come back bigger, faster, better, stronger. And I'm excited for his next fight upcoming on the 21st. It should be a great show, and I'm looking forward to him going out there and getting another finish.
It's not your losses that define you; it's how you rebound from them, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's how you refund. And he mentioned just something to me, he mentioned something that he said, "Hey, you being here show a lot of support for these up-and-coming guys," and it just kind of, it's powerful. You're out here, you've done your thing, right? Obviously, you started on, you didn't start off where you were. You had to work your way up, but being out, just, starting these off, I guess we're going to go to Schmo, and then I'll circle back with this question.
Yeah, for sure. We've got the Schmo standing by with our cage announcer, Rain Cruz. Take it away, Schmo.
This is the Schmo. We got the pro. We got the voice inside of Up Next Fighting. We got Rain right here. How we doing, Rain?
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm loving this day, Schmo.
Certainly are. You're getting ready for the big day tomorrow. What do you do to prepare? Because you got such a strong voice for such, a little stature human being. What do you do to prepare that strong, powerful voice?
You know, what I do is when I'm driving, and I usually have long drives out here in LA, I try to sing. I sing my heart out. I drink my green tea with honey. And I usually try to vocalize, make sure I'm ready when I belt out, when I announce everyone's names.
So you've been cutting your chops. You've been talking to all these guys and gals coming into Up Next Fighting. This isn't your first show. So how rewarding is it to you meeting these people face to face before they compete inside the cage?
Oh my God, it's such a rewarding experience for me because it's like you get to meet them in person. You get to ask them, how do you want me to pronounce your name? Because I feel like it's such a great opportunity to announce these fighters as they walk to the cage, as they're in the cage, to show everyone, hey, this fighter is about to show you the best fight of their lives. And like being able to pronounce their names properly, I feel like I take pride in that. And I know it makes them feel good too that I get to pronounce their names properly.
We can't wait to see you shine on that platform tomorrow. It's always a pleasure working with you. It's the weigh-ins. Up Next Fighting. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Schmo. And it's not an easy task. Let's try it, guys. Narek Avagian.
Yeah. What he said.
You.
Yeah, exactly.
But back to your thoughts with AJ.
Yeah, so just you heard the excitement in his voice. Hey, you're out here supporting up and coming, guys trying to make it. And so for you, who was that guy, or maybe a couple that were for you, right? When you were up and coming, who was out there that you kind of looked up for, who came out to support you, that kind of guided you along this journey?
I would say it's everyone that was in the gym at Body Shop, but who really made a big impact. I'd have to say Rampage. Rampage was a big inspiration. He worked diligently by my father's side. He also had an amateur promotion as well. I won the title there, and just providing that platform for the kids, the youth, and allowing them to go out there and get better and do what they do best.
So we talked about it, guys. Let's put each other on the spot. We talked about there's several potential fight of the nights.
Yep.
What do you have? What do you have circled?
I got Narek and Vasquez. That's my fight of the night. I don't know, man. I think I said it. Marab coming forward. He's got that style. Just push him forward, forward. And I think that's going to be the fight of the night. I think obviously, easy to go with those, but that's for sure going to be the fight of the night.
All right.
I don't think that one's going to go the distance, so I would agree with that for sure. Also, main event, Curtis, I've seen and known Curtis for a while. I've trained with him, and that range, I'm a long person as well, so that range, you can pick the fight and take the fight wherever you want at any time.
Plus, we got the historic first women's fight, and don't sleep on Darian Chapman and Devin Brock, because that's going to be a war as well. And the Schmo is standing by with another very special guest.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Schmo. We're back with the pro. We got Matthew Nestor, the UNF lightweight. How you doing today, man?
Doing great. How are you?
Schmo can't complain. We don't have cooties. Come on in here, man. You got a next matchup, October, UNF 13. Is that the next time we see you compete inside the cage?
Yes, it is. I'll be making my featherweight debut.
Going down in weight?
Yeah, down in weight.
What was the choice in making that?
I walk around pretty light, like 65, so figure another 10 wouldn't hurt.
You trying to get down to your idol, bantamweight, Sugar Sean O'Malley at 135 or what?
I don't think that'll happen at 6'3". I don't think 135 is gonna happen. Yeah. But if I can make it happen, I will. But I don't want to kill myself to get down there.
Makes sense. So you're always an exciting fighter. We can't wait to see you go inside the cage. But let's talk about tomorrow evening. What are you looking forward to the most?
I'm looking forward to see Jonathan Winland knock that Axel kid out in the first round. He's just too big for that kid. I know like this whole Bradley Martin thing's going around, him being 260, but Jonathan Winland is huge when he's not cutting weight. I'm telling you, tomorrow night's going to be a show.
There it is. We got a prediction out of you. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
And that might come to fruition because Jonathan Winland last time out had a highlight reel knockout. He has power that another broadcast colleague of ours, Ray Flores, called demonic power in that right hand.
Yeah, and I mean, he's fighting against a guy, his first fight, right? He's 0-0, and so we'll see. And look, he looked serious about it, but look, Axel looked cool, calm, and collected, man. Almost like he was having fun, kind of a nothing to lose attitude, just like he was going in there to have fun and see what happens. And he maybe tipped his hand a little bit and said, "What jiu-jitsu does he have? Looks like he might do it. If he's smart, if you got the knockout power, try to get it to the ground, right? Don't try to play into his power. If not, you end up on a fight of the night highlight reel on the wrong end of it."
The stage is set, and for my money, there's a lot going on in Los Angeles, but the hot ticket in town, it's not Beyonce, it's not Messi coming to town and playing soccer, it's Up Next fighting. It happens tomorrow night. We're just one day away. It'll be at the Burbank Airport Marriott Event Center. The after party will be right here at Over Under. Let's have a little special preview of what's in store at Up Next.